Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Dimitri back again. In this video, we're going to discuss how can you live for free. Yeah, you heard me right. So you're going to be able to live for free if you do certain steps. So, right, it's going to be kind of do well, live well, so to speak. So, but yeah, I was going to talk about just a house hack that a lot of people can miss while or when they can do real estate investing. And there's a lot of videos about it, but I just wanted to make my take on it and give you my understanding and how it works and how can you partake in it. Definitely, it's a subject to market conditions, not a financial advisor or anything like that, but just for understanding what's going on in the real estate world and how can you partake in it, right? So the topic is live for free, and actually I got my notes, and meaning that you can house hack pretty much as a strategy to do investing in real estate. And if you want to live actually just for free, that's as the goal, so it's a pretty good way to do also that. To do that, you basically need to get a house. And yeah, it kind of sounds simple and in that way, but the house, in the sense that how much, basically a large house enough to have multiple for friends or whatever you can have in a livable kind of situation conditions there, and basically rent them out, rooms and whatever, so that they can partake. A lot of sort of like house syndication, so to speak. A lot of people from college do that, kind of folks get together and live together and basically, kind of divide the rents among themselves and then just rent it out, the place, things like that. But the house hack in general, it's going to be multiple house or multi-family house, so that you divide the rent. So you basically own the property, right? So let's say you got, I don't know, three unit family house, sort of like to 6 bedrooms, let's say, and then or like six bedrooms or whatever, and then 3 bathrooms, and then they don't really connect with each other. They do connect, but they don't really you can really move around without seeing anybody and everybody, whatever. So, and then obviously the kitchen and all that, it's kind of get it separated, and then you basically create sort of small tiny apartment building, and then you rent out those 2 spots, right? And then to the point where your mortgage for the whole thing and the interest per property, everything is covered basically, so. And that's pretty much the hack that a lot of people use. So practical step of things, or a practical thing is, like I said, so you can do that. Sometimes you can do also like get around a student kind of lodging, where folks just coming in, for studies, whatever. Airbnb is a good one too, but most likely it's kind of short-term rental, not really a big thing, but well, actually it's a big thing in certain places, so like depending on the location, depending on the your business venture and adventure, and the aims there. But that's pretty much how you can implement that a house hack. Another interesting way to be able to invest and live for free while doing investments and house basically real estate investment, is by house hacking from one door to another. It's a little bit more risky, a little bit more if you will, time consuming, because a lot of moving parts on paper and literally, because you need to move around a lot. I wanted to go that route in a one way, because in certain conditions, but I needed to do sort of my kind of family meeting, discussion and everything. So how do we go to, is this a thing? Is this approachable? What's the thinking there? Yes, no, yay, nay, all that kind of like voting process. So then it's a good thing to discuss that with your family, because it's going to be primarily affecting them, because you're going to be moving around and things like that. So that's a really interesting strategy that I found out to be true, to be real, to be accessible to a lot of people. So for me personally, I been at the stage where I was like, hey, so we can do this, like do the house hack, move to house, and the return on that is, man, I can like, it's great. it's fantastic. Why? Is because consider this. So you bought a house, distressed house where you got equity, right? At the equity house, so to speak. You got that, then you renovate it, things like that. Do all the nice and features and everything. Then so you got a really good deal on like nice property, nice percentage, nice interest rate, nice that. To that stage, to that on that specific like 2 years, like let's say 2 years back, you got the property. 2 years later, you renovate it, and you obviously locked in that property, right, on the percentage rate and interest rate. Then what you do is that you can either sell it, right? You get a wage, and then you just sell it, move to another place, and then buy it, and then you get the cash out like that. But again, think of a percentage on how much you're gonna pay to your agent, if you're an agent, good, obviously, and things like that, like things to consider, because there's a selling cost, right? Obviously, for sale and taxes and all that. So, but if you keep the property, right? So let's say you got a property, you locked in property interest, all that, or payments, interest, taxes, everything. So you pay like $1,000 for it, right? Everything in, and then that property appreciates like all the way up, and like few years later, and then as you look at the rental market and see what's going on there, you see that the same house, single house, townhouse, condo, whatever, that mug is I'm sorry, that property let's keep it in the proper language there, but you see that, and then you see, oh, you know what, hey, I can rent it out for like $2,000, $3,000, or like whatever $1,000, right? On NetPop. So, and then yeah, see, there you go. You got the deal right there. You got this click. You got this really nice cash flow going on, and obviously you already pay out a little bit. So that's how. But again, the disconnect, the nugget there is obviously. So here's the thing. So and. I would recommend consult your loan officer, mortgage professional on that, how that specifics will go about. But again, so as you qualify for another property, you need to connect the dots on how you're gonna satisfy that monthly payment. So let's say you got, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm gonna do exactly what you say, like, hey, I'm gonna live in the property for a couple of years, and then boom, you go, and then you just rent it out. Then yeah, you basically, what you do is that you connect with the person, like let's say you make an agreement, and then they say, hey, if you want to rent this property, I'm going to be moving out and all that, but then there is a kind of a time frame, really limited on how you can connect all that, because the financing takes usually about a month to approve, and you need to, in that time frame, you need to be able to connect those dots, so to speak. Hey, I'm moving in, you're moving in, and I'm moving out, you're moving in, and all that. So things to consider. So, and that's pretty much how it can be possibly done. I was thinking to do that recently. However, it's a little bit chaotic there. Well, as I just mentioned, because of that. But again, it's a really nice deal if it's proper, if it's processed. It's really nice, because you got a really nice cash flow going in and out. You locked in on a good price. It's good, it's good. So it's really nice. However, it's really tense. in that situation and tight in the time frame. But again, this is how you can do it. Another part, like I said, so you can do house hack. You can rent it out, rent it to another. Another stage category is you can rent it out. You buy a house, a large one or multifam, and then you rent out the space that is livable, and then you can, preferably, if you don't don't cross the paths with the tenant, and it's not about you don't like them or whatever, but it's just private space, all that. So things to consider. Did I forget anything? I think that's all that I wanted to talk about, is that you can rent out your rooms, you can rent out space, whatever, to the family members, whatever, to whatever you wanted to rent it out. So you can do one room. Actually, you know what, I was when I bought this house where I'm living right now, I was thinking to rent out the rooms, but all things considering, and the desires of the family, and obviously family meeting about that, so we decided not to go with that route, but it was a possibility. And to be honest, in the market that I was in, like $700 a month for a room, that was good, and that would satisfy pretty much. Yeah, if I rent out the ones, it could have been a real help, a real nice bump, but again, it's growing. You think things to consider: people going to be living in there, people moving in and out, or not moving in and out, but like coming in, coming out. So security wise, privacy wise, all that needs to be considered, because people can be living if you're gonna rent them out. So, and that's the idea. So thank you guys for watching. That's pretty much what I wanted to share with you, how you can live for free while doing real estate investing. And this is real estate investing is really nice thing to have, and do as a pretty much real nice kind of sort of side hustle at at the stage when you're starting. It's kind of like, hey, this is nice, the extra buck, and it's really nice if you think about it long term. It's really nice to have when you retire, really, because by the time you retire, if you're in a young age like I am, then it's really nice, because by the time it's pretty much done, you've got pure cash flow minus taxes, whatever, and then you renovate it at that joint as you need, and you renovate, and you just keep renting it out or consolidate or whatever, there's multiple ways, multiple things that you can do. So but yeah, it's a real nice cushion in terms of not only general business, like potential for the business, but also for the retirement and all those things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe down below. This is Dimitri, and yeah, see you guys next time. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and yeah, see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.